So when Buddha was born, okay, then few astrologers, okay, took his chart and said that this person, okay, Lord Buddha, this person is so righteous, so soft spoken, so soft hearted, okay, that he doesn't have the quality to become a Kshatriya. Kshat- Kshatriya is basically, king or, the warrior class. He doesn't have the quality to become the warrior class. Okay, and for that reason, okay, till I think from his birth, okay, from his birth to the age of 29, okay, he was secluded from all sorts of, you know people outside his palace. He was only kept within the palace doors, and it was forbidden for him to mingle outside. Okay, fair enough. Now what happened was, so for 0 to 29 years of his life, okay, Gautam Buddha, he was kept in such a seclusion, so that he doesn't, interact or doesn't know too much about the agony of the people. Okay, but nobody could stop him. At the age of 29, okay, what happened was he got frustrated, okay, and then he went out of his castle. What's it called? Castle. Okay, and the moment he went out, okay, he saw four things. I think everybody knows this story. He saw four things. Okay, four kind of people. One, a old aged man. Okay. Second one is a person who was vomiting, and he was sleeping in that vomit as well because he was very sick. Okay. Third one, a dead body, and fourth, at last, a saint. Okay, a sannyasi who has given up every sort of worldly desires. Okay. When he saw that when he saw that old man, he felt pity for him. Okay. At first, when he saw that old man who couldn't walk properly, he felt pity for that person. Okay. Second time, when he saw a person vomiting and sleeping on that vomit, he felt that something needs to be done. Okay. But third time, when he saw that dead body, he came to a realization that what is my point in being the king when I cannot take away the agony of other people? Okay, and people predicted that he cannot become a king because he was too soft and kind-hearted to become one. He can only become a saint. Okay, at last, when he saw the dead body, he thought that what kind of a king I am, or a ruler I am, that I cannot keep people away from the agony. But at last, okay, at last, what did he see? He saw a saint. Okay, and he approached that saint. So he saw that sannyasi, and at the first go, what happened was he was like, I want to become him. Because the fact was, why did he want to become him? Okay, the reason why he wanted to become him was that when he approached that saint and questioned him, that doesn't doesn't death scare you? Doesn't agony scare you? Doesn't all sorts of things that those three people were suffering scare you? The saint replied that I have already done my tarpan. I have died many times. Okay, the saint said, I have died many times, so death doesn't scare me anymore. And that is the reason why Buddha got swayed by his, thoughts, swayed by his, what's it called, the name of it, by his, you know, belief system. And the same day, what Siddharth did was, okay, the same day what Siddharth did was, he left his palace, he left his family, he left his wife, and went out for 6 years, okay, in the forest and start doing, in intense amount of, pressure on his body. Okay, he put his body into pressure. 6 years, extreme pressure. Okay, and why did he do that? Because that saint who he met, okay, who he met told him that in order to die for several times, in order to transform yourself and get away from desires, you need to put your body, Okay, which is a form of desire itself under pressure. Fair enough. Okay. Under pressure so that you get away from desires and all sorts of distractions in life. Fair enough. Now, while he was at it, okay, he did great penance. He used to go 3 days, 4 days without. He used to go 3 days, 4 days. Gautam Buddha used to go 3 days, 4 days without any sort of meal. Okay, Gautam Buddha used to go 3 days, 4 days without any sort of water. But then there was a revelation in his body, which he kind of there was some kind of thought inside his brain that just putting yourself into agony won't mean that you would achieve God, because this body is also a form of reaching to the God. This body itself, the body that you have, is meant to reach towards God. So it's pointless if we just put it under pressure. You have to have a balance. Okay, you have to have a balance so that there's a pressure. Okay, as well as there's what I'll reiterate it again. Achieving moksha. So what happened was Tara got swayed by Moon. Moon is ever changing dynamic of a person. Jupiter is bloated. Always does dharam karam. Okay, so Moon Tara naturally got swayed with Moon, and Moon took him to his palace. Okay, lunar palace, and to get Tara back. Okay, because he was questioning Moon at first, but then he realized that Tara was also at fault, and he went and took Tara back. Okay, the fact was that when he got back, then he saw that Tara was pregnant. Okay, Tara was at his place and he saw that Tara was pregnant. Okay. And now most people what they don't know is that okay, at that time Jupiter was questioning Tara, whose child is it? Okay. And Tara didn't answer at first. Okay. But then what happened was the child inside the womb, right? That is Mercury. Mercury itself started questioning his mother, inside the womb, while he was inside the womb. Okay, who is my father? Then Tara had to say that it is Moon who is your father. So the aspect of Mercury inside the womb, and the aspect of Mercury being a prince is what denotes the third house. Remember that. And Mercury, when he grows up, starts becoming acting like the sixth house. All these houses are ruled by Mercury. Both of them houses are Mercury ruled. The difference here is that this is the womb Mercury. This is the Mercury's cognition ability. He was so cognitive and so sensitive, so delicate at that time. Even within the womb, he could hear his mother's voices. That's how delicate and cognitive he was. Right? Mercury is, and third house is actually one of the most delicate areas of your, what's it called, areas of your okay. Similarly, wherever your Mercury is sitting, okay, or wherever your Gemini is, you have to it is an opportunity given to you. Okay, it will be an opportunity given to you at the age of 29. Okay, it's a very secret technique at the age of 29 that you can you can choose to do something good, something for the greater good. Okay, Mercury is said to be the prince, right? Mercury is the prince. Okay, but he did the penance just so he could become something bigger than the king itself. Okay, that's why it is said that Mercury likes to skip steps. Okay, at first, usually what used to happen, princes used to become king, princes used to become king. Okay, and then king, after they realize then that everything is Maya and desires, they used to renounce and become sannyasi. And at older times, mostly the kings used to become sannyasi or saints, because they have seen more Maya and desires than the commoners. The commoners were always after getting to marry someone, buying some things and shit like that. Okay, but these kings, they have seen all sorts of riches and what's it called, luxury. So to them, this is indifferent. For that reason, they used to give up. So what Mercury did was Mercury skipped that step. From becoming a king, a prince, he straight up tried to become a sannyasi. Yeah, that is one thing that Mercury does, skipping steps. Anyways,